respected elders, educationists, language scholars, dear teachers, and dearest students, welcome. First of all, it is my kind request that those who haven't subscribed our channel so far may kindly subscribe it. Dear students, in this class we are going to see the 6 main uses of the past perfect tense. Come, let us see. Past perfect tense. 6 main uses of past perfect tense. Video 108. Dated 13/4/2023. Uses of the past perfect tense. 6 main uses of the past perfect tense. See, though I titled it as 6 main uses, actually this tense is used in about 12 to 15 places it is used. Let us see the first use. The past perfect is the past equivalent of the present perfect. That is, the past perfect is equivalent of the past present perfect. As we use present perfect with simple present, here past perfect is used with its equivalent of the simple past. As present perfect is used with simple present, a past perfect is used with the past simple past. Here, that is why he said the past perfect is the past equivalent of the present perfect. See, present perfect. Kala has just left. If you hurry, you will catch her. She has just left. Past perfect. When I arrived, Kala had just left. When I arrived, Kala had just arrived. The past is present perfect and it is past perfect. And also the second example, that is the past perfect is the past equivalent of the present perfect. Past perfect is the past equivalent of the present perfect. Present perfect the past equivalent of the present perfect. Moran has just finished his work. He will leave soon. Past perfect. After Moran got finished his work, he left the office. So thus the past perfect, past perfect is the past equivalent of the present perfect. Then the second use, it can be used with the past perfect can be used with since, for, always, etc. for an action which began in the past. For an action which began in the past and was going at the time of speaking in the past and got finished and got stopped at the time of speaking or just before the time of speaking and had finished before some time before. For these 3 occasions, when the past action which was going on at the time of speaking in the past can be expressed in the simple, past perfect, and the action finished at the time of speaking in the past, that action also can be used, expressed using past perfect. And an action, stopped sometime before the time of speaking in the past can also be expressed using past perfect. You see the 3 examples. First, was still continuing at the time of speaking, at the beginning in the past, and at the time of speaking in the past, that action was going on. Murugan was in uniform when I met him. He had been a soldier for 10 years and planned to stay in the army till he was 30. I sometimes said here, I met Murugan. When I met him, he had been served in army for 10 years. Yes, 10 years. He had been a soldier for 10 years when I met him. and he planned to stay in the army till he attained till he attained or till he was 30. So all these actions all these actions happened in the past, but the main action of Murugan being in the army was continuing. Even though it started earlier, it was continuing, revolving till the time of speaking and after it. Another example for it. Valligad lived in a cottage ever since she was born. Since she was born, she had lived in a cottage. She has no idea, she had no wish, no idea to move to a tower block. So she liked to live only in the cottage. She had no wish to move to a tower block. So that is the action of living. It started earlier. At the time of speaking also, she was living in that house. Then she had no idea, no wish to move to a tower block. Then second, so in example 1, the action, the action started earlier at the time of speaking, was continuing at the time of speaking. It has been explained in A. In B, the action got stopped at the time of speaking or just before it. Is expressed, is told in the second example, in the example B. You see, the old teak tree which had stood in the schoolyard for 100 years suddenly crashed to the ground. The time of 100 years, it is a large duration. The teak tree which had stood in the schoolyard for 100 years suddenly crashed to the ground, suddenly fell down. So stopped. When at the time when it was spoken, at the time of speaking, the tree had fallen. At the time of speaking, the tree had fallen. Either at the time of speaking or just before it. Then, to express an action that ended sometime earlier at the time of speaking, an action that stopped sometime earlier at the time of speaking in the past can be expressed using past perfect. Such example, you see, Karupaya met Valli in Trichy in 1980. Karupaya met Valli in Trichy in 1980. He had last seen her 10 years before. See, she met her at 1980, but she had last seen her 10 years before. That is in 1970. He had seen her. Now again he met her in 1980. When he got met her at 1970, her hair had been grey. But when he met her in 1980, her hair was white. That is correct. Karupaya met Valli in Trichy in 1980. He had last seen her 10 years before, in 1970. Then her hair had been grey. Now in 1980, her hair was white. Okay. So the adverb now can be used in the past tense also to express the past tense also. The adverb now can be used. Then example 4, past and past perfect tenses in time classes. Past and past perfect tenses in time classes. Dear students, when two actions in the past happened one after another, the two actions can be expressed using when clause, after clause or before clause. These three time classes. As soon as there are so many time classes, but I am giving you these three: one class, before class, and after class. See, the two actions happen in the past one after another. Both actions can be expressed using two simple past tense. The first action and the second action can be expressed, can be well expressed using two simple present tenses, two simple past tenses. You see, Mani finished his work at 5 o'clock. He at once left the office. Two simple sentences, simple past. Then a complex time class when Mani finished his work, he left the office. Both actions have been expressed using simple past. Similarly, all the three examples in the same way I have done it. Velu called Mala a liar. She immediately smacked his face. First he called her a liar. Then she flashed her. Then he left a glass and his nose. Smashed his face. When Velu called Mala a liar, she smacked his face. He opened the window. The bird flew out. When he opened the window, the birds flew out. As soon as he opened the window, the bird flew out. Both actions have been expressed in simple past. The play ended. The audience went home. When the play ended, the audience went home. As soon as the play ended, the audience went home. So, the two actions which happened one after another in the past have been expressed using simple past. Then, the past perfect. The past perfect in the when clause is used when the first action was completed before the second action started. So, dear students, here, when the two actions happened in the past, one after another, the two actions can be expressed in two simple past that we have seen. Here, when the same two actions, one after another, the first action can be expressed using past perfect and the second action can be expressed using simple past. For this purpose, we can use either when or before or after. When we use when to use past perfect, the first action, after two actions, the first actions can be expressed using past perfect and the second action can be expressed using simple past. Of these, for this purpose, if we use when, either the first action can be used in the when class and the simple past can be used, second action can be used in the main class, or the second action can be expressed using when class and the main action can be expressed using main class. In both way we can do it. The past perfect and the simple past can be expressed using when as we like. In either way you can do it. You see, Mani finished his work at 5 o'clock. He left the office at 6 o'clock. When Mani had finished his work, he left the office. When Mani left the office, he had finished his work. In either way you can do it. See, another example. Velu called Mala a liar. After some time she smacked his face. When Velu had called Mala a liar, she smacked his face. First action in the when class, second action in the main class. It is often when Mala smacked Velu, he had called her a liar. The second action in when class and the first action in main class. He opened the window. After some time, the bird flew out. Both the simple past. In time class when he had opened the window, the bird flew out. Or when the bird flew out, he had opened the window. So either actions. The first action The first action can be expressed using when clause or the main clause. Similarly, the second action can be expressed using when clause or the main clause. And the second action using the main clause. The first action. First action can be can be expressed using when clause, or the second action can be expressed using when clause. Both can be done, but recording the before and after clause, usually it is done. The first and the second action is used using before clause, and the first action using the main clause, past perfect. You see, Vernie took breakfast at 8 o'clock. She started school at 8:30. These are two simple sentences, simple past. When we use before, the second action should be expressed using before clause. Before Vernie started school, she had taken breakfast. This is the second action in the before clause. Okay. I got my degree. I got a job. Before I got a job, the second action. Before I got a job, I got my degree. Okay. This is the way. That is, if you want to use this normally, it can be done in the reverse way. Also, it can be done, but usually it is the easiest way. The second action should be expressed using before clause, and the first action should be expressed in past perfect using main clause. And third, after clause is quite opposite to the main clause. Normally, the first action is past perfect is expressed using the after clause, and the main action simple past is expressed using the main clause. You see, Vernie took breakfast at 8 o'clock. She started school at 8:30. The reverse of the before. After Vernie had taken breakfast, she started school. The first action after past perfect. The second action simple past main. I got my degree. I got a job. After I had got my degree, I got a job. As I had done earlier. Then the past perfect is used in E plus third type. That is, in E plus third type, we should use only past perfect. And in the main clause, would plus have plus past participle. Would plus have plus past participle. In the main clause, had plus past participle, past perfect. If you had worked hard, you would have got good marks. You did not work hard, you did not get good marks. If you had run fast, he would have got the bus. He did not run fast, he did not catch the bus. If we had been sincere and honest, we would not have suffered. We were not sincere and honest, so we suffered. If our leaders had not fought, we would not have got our freedom. Our leaders fought, so we got freedom. Our leader fought, so we got freedom. You see, in the if plus third type, we should use past perfect tense. Then the past perfect is in indirect speech. In indirect speech, the past perfect is one. The symbol, present perfect is converted into past perfect in one way. The present perfect is converted into past perfect in one way, and the simple past is also converted into the past perfect in the second way. But in both the cases, the introductory verb, there is the verb, the verb that expresses the action should be in past. Present perfect tense in the indirect speech become past perfect in indirect speech, provided the introductory verb is in the past tense. You see, he said, I have been in Chennai for 5 years. Indirect speech. He said that he had been in Chennai for 5 years. Here, the introductory verb is said, so it remains a said in indirect speech also. Here, the introductory verb is said to. So the said to has changed into told. If it is said, it would remain as said. If it is said to, if there is the hearer, then it would change into told. He said to him, I have helped you many times. She told him that she had helped him in many ways. So here, the present perfect, past perfect, present perfect, past perfect. In the second example, simple past tense in the indirect speech changed to past perfect in indirect speech, provided the introductory verb is in the past tense, as I have already told you. So here, he said, I ate an apple yesterday. Ate, simple past. He said that he had eaten an apple the day before. Indirect speech. Here there is no here there is no hearer, so the said remains said in indirect speech also. Here there is here in the second example there is a hearer, so the said to has changed to told. Rani said to Raja, I helped you many times. Simple past. Rani told Raja that she had helped him many times. Okay. So if plus and direct and indirect. Dear students, thus we have seen the main uses of I have told the 6 uses, but about 10 to 12 or 14 uses I have shown you here. But it is very important. The past perfect is very, very important to express the actions which happened, which begin in the past and was going on at the time of speaking, or just ended at the time of speaking, or stop at the sometime earlier before the time of speaking. You know, to express the past action in the 3 stages, in the 3 examples, the past perfect is quite important. So you should bear in mind the examples I have shown in these, under these 6 topics, under the 6 kinds of uses of past perfect tense. It is very important. Some actions happen in the past should be expressed, could be expressed only using the past perfect. It can't be expressed in some other way. So, the past perfect is very, very important to express the actions happened in the past, in some places, in some important places. So, copy it carefully. Take it into your memory carefully. Okay? Dear students and elders, I thank you for watching the class calmly and nicely. Make use of it. I thank all of you for watching my class. Till I meet you in the next class, I wish all of you a nice and sweet time. Thank you.